My name's Tim Guyen, and I'm a recovering Catholic.
When did you move in?
The first house in Connecticut we moved to was in 1965. We moved into St. Mark's Parish. At that point, it was Patty, Kathy, me, and Tom. Terry wasn't born yet. And Mom and Dad. Terry came like 2 years later.
I'm not worried about him anyway.
No, I'm not either.
Just gotta get the little ones ready.
That's it.
Right.
Wow. Hello, how are you? It's changed a lot. That mural definitely wasn't there before.
Explain who you and your family were to that church.
My mother joined she started working in the rectory as the secretary, basically ran the place for the priests who, just like most of my clients don't know how to balance a checkbook, let alone run a business. And a church is business. It's any religion is a business. They're out to make money, just like any other business.
I don't know if it was called deacon or if, pretty sure it was deacon. She could hand out communion. So I don't know, I might have to look that up, but she could do communion. My father would do some of the readings. I was an altar boy here and at St. Joseph's.
Well, we were fortunate to have two very good priests at the time, Father Murphy and Father Ring. Father O'Reilly joined later. All good priests. And it was good. It was a good environment. It was good priests. I had no problems with it until I got older.
They always had that answer, well, it's just the way it's supposed to be. It's like, no, that's not an answer. It's your religion telling you, that's your dogma, that's them telling you how to think, not you thinking for yourself. So, that's really why I left. I would have left any organized religion I belonged to because of that. You're not gonna tell me how to think.
So this was the first Catholic school?
What do you mean by first Catholic school?
Like the first Catholic school you went to growing up?
Yeah, second grade to 8th grade.
Well, I started Catholic school when I was 7. Same year I became an altar boy at St. Mark's. I ended up becoming an altar boy at St. Joseph's as well, although my family didn't go to church there. I still served Mass there every day.
Playground. See that parking lot?
Yeah.
That was our playground.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great.
And rulers and paddles and thou shouts and corporal punishment. And none was having a bad day. And my desk, we had those desks that lifted up and went back down and it slipped and it slammed. And she marched to the back of the room, stood me up, hit me in the chin a couple of times to the point where I was bleeding. So I hit her back.
And then?
And then I got my ass kicked in by the principal, and my parents pretty much did the same thing. Did not, take away from the Catholic. It was the person. Just like later on in life with the gay stuff, I realized it wasn't the religion, it was the person. That's not what drove me away from the religion.
The High Pontifical Mass, the bishop and archbishops, someone who was getting, I don't know what they call it, priesthooded. And I was a crozier bearer, so I had to carry his crozier, which was a huge staff. And I had to wear something because I couldn't touch it with my hands. You had to touch it with, because I'm not holy enough to touch it or whatever. So I'm standing in front of the church, and I didn't know it until the next day, but on the front page of the Current, here's me, the crozier bearer, yawning big time, like, wow. Caption is not that interested in bishops, whatever. And I'm like, I was mortified, man. Because I didn't want to go to school. I thought they were going to kill me.
When did you first start questioning your religion?
It was basically when I realized that the religion that said they were the religion for all was bullshit. They weren't the religion for all. They were the religion for straight, God-fearing people. that believed in Jesus Christ. If you weren't any of those, you were not welcome in that church. Period. This is where they'll have a mass tomorrow and televise it. There it is.
You're real serious here about their stuff. We're included in things that we did, and that always bothered me because it didn't matter if they were Catholic or not; you should still be included. That was one of the things, again, that bugged me growing up. Is like you profess to be an all-inclusive religion, but yet you don't like gays, you don't like anybody outside your religion. Anybody says that Jesus isn't the Son of God is out, and so on and so forth. It confused me as to why you could say you were one thing, but in reality you were another. And come to the conclusion that all religions do that.
And once you belong to something, and every human being has to feel like they belong to something, unfortunately, I gave that up a long time ago. I don't have to belong to anything. You have to think the way they do, or you are kicked out, ostracized, which can be worse than not belonging to something. So people go along with it to stay with the group, and that's what drove me away. You will not tell me how to think.
Why name yourself specifically recovering Catholic?
Because I'll always be Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I was taught to be a Catholic. I still think Catholic ways, but I'm always recovering. I'm a man of faith. I am not a man of religion. There's a huge difference. There's a lot of people who are people of religion that their faith is totally whacked. They use it to justify their actions, and it's wrong. I think it's just hopeful that I think we all hope there's something out there looking over us. Whether there is or not, I don't know. I mean, I know there's something after death. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to call it heaven or hell, but there's something, and that's my faith.